Welcome to the Chop Team. I'm your host, Seth the Dart Child.
I'm your host, twinsinc.
Our show is about two guys and any friends that happen to come over with a topic that we want to chop up.
This is our Barbershop style podcast. We discuss it all. If the fellas at the shop will go in on it, we will. Let's chop it up. What's going on, people? How you doing today? Seth the Dart Child, how you doing, my brother?
Hey, brother, I'm as blessed as I can be every day.
Okay, that's good to know. Hey, everyone. Hope everyone had a great week and a great day. Now, today is Sunday. Now, when you hear this episode, it's going to be on a Monday morning. But, hey, the live recording is every Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. You can throw the ish in there, too, because, black folks, we got to throw the ish in there. You know what I'm saying? So, when you come in the building, go ahead and, get something to drink, hit the like button, show some little bit of love in here, let us know where you're from. But my week was pretty good. This week I had was really a good week. My mom came in town with my stepdad, right? Because the week before that was a vacation. I'm sorry, the week before that was a wedding. So my little cousin got married. Yay! She's welcome to the dark side now, right? But anywho, so from Sunday until Friday morning, my mom and stepdad was here. But you think it's gonna be a vacation. You think it's gonna be like, all right, we're gonna eat, we're gonna chill, we're gonna drink, have conversations, laugh, whatever. Now, some of that did happen, right? But let me tell you how somehow I had two jobs last week. Okay. These are the things that I did around the house. Now, mind you, my stepdad, he's retired. Now, he worked manual labor his whole life, so he's a man, right? Handy dandy man, right? And he does everything with his hands, whatever. Construction worker. That's what he did. He's retired now.
Wait, isn't he from the island?
Yeah, and he's from the islands. The island, man.
So you had to do two jobs this week. Okay, keep going.
Yeah, man. He from St. Kitts. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to St. Kitts people who maybe listen. If not, shout out to you. But so he been retired and he doesn't have much really to do, right? So when he got here, I bought some new tools because I plan on replacing some stuff around the house, summertime, whatever. So we replaced 2 toilets. We put up 2 new screen doors. So I didn't have them before, but they were brand new screen doors. So put 2 of those in. We hung up the microwave that when we first moved in, the old one was bad. We threw it out, but we couldn't put it up. It was very difficult. So we went and put that up. Yeah, so we put the microwave up, so it looks real nice in the kitchen. We put up a ceiling fan downstairs. And on top of that, we went ahead and fixed the garage, too, as far as the motor part. So it may sound like it's a lot, but no, it was. I'm very sore. I mean, I'm not sore anymore, but it was to that point where I was going to work out in. So, yeah, that was my week. It was a fun field, but somehow I was doing 2 jobs. Not sure how that worked out, but, hey, it worked out. I got some home improvement done,
You saved a lot of money, too.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Yeah, technically, yeah. I mean, even though we was going back and forth from Home Depot and back to the crib, but the money we spent was still cheaper without a pay if I had hired someone else to do all those things. You understand what I'm saying? So I then knocked out most of my summer work in 1 week. And on top of that, I got some tools. He bought me some tools because some stuff I didn't have. So, little housewarming gift for me as well. So it was a win-win for me. But the wife, she was trying to get us to do more work. Hey, can y'all go out there and replace the stairs? Can y'all wait up.
Replace the stairs. Whoa, boo.
Right, like this. Okay, now, all right, now I understand we had helping hands here, but this ain't manual labor, and also, this stuff does cost money. So unless you got a tree in the back of the yard that's growing money, which we don't, pump your brakes. But overall, it was a good week. But anyway, I just want to give everybody time to get opportunity to get up in the room as we get into this topic here, Seth, because I think it's going to be a pretty good one today.
Yeah. For myself, I went to Sam's. I just went to Sam's, and I need to go to like floors decor, but I think I'm going to retile my entire downstairs. It's here to take about 1,000 square feet.
Mm-hmm.
It's not. I don't live in no mansion, but I got to retile the whole downstairs and flooring. And yeah, that's going to be over the next month or so.
Mm.
So, yeah, you gotta. If you're gonna live there, you gotta make it your house.
That's facts, and then also put the value in it. But anyway,
Yep.
let's get in this topic here, Seth the Dark Child, because if you live under a rock, you may not know what's going on when talking about the guy DJax. You know what I'm saying? You must be living under a rock. You probably from Venus, not Mars. But we're not really talking about him today. But he was the headline of all last week, and I'll call it black media, right?
It just keeps getting worse too.
Yeah.
Last week it was just one person.
So, but as you see the topic, so the topic is well, first off, accountability. That's the very top, right? Make sure you see that accountability. We dragged DJax, right, last week. So we got dragged by the men, we got dragged by the women, everybody across the board. The man got dragged, right? It is what it is. He deserved it, so I don't feel bad for him, but it is what it is. Now, since the dragon has been kind of slowed down a little bit.
You said dragon.
Right. So when are we going to hold the women accountable at this point now? This is the topic we want to talk about. So we know what he did, and he did it. It is what it is. It came out, hit the fan, whatever. But it does take two to make a thing go right. Hey!
Yeah.
Old school for my 80s babies.
Yeah. And once again, listening, the only reason normally, because we so accustomed in this country to just taking it from one direction,
right?
The man is wrong. But yeah, all the stuff every week when we get on here, we always talking about it from a man point of view, and this is no different. So anybody who's listening, I ain't changing. I'm not changing. But anyway, the truth of the matter is, Derek did wrong. His wife is the victim in this situation.
Mm-hmm.
But Derek didn't do anything illegal with these women, meaning they chose. So can we get a little hate for the women who knew he was married and still chose to kick it with him? That's what I want to know.
That part right there. These are women that knew that he was in a relationship, aka married, but they still choose to. You can say he chased them or whatever case may be. I mean, maybe the one girl, the Alaskan girl who broke the internet first, they had communications during the whole relationship. So, okay, that happened. But what about the other 2 or 3? I don't know how many, but
No, man, come on. I'm not even giving her, because I'm sorry. I listen to the energy in my voice right there. Listen, the problem being is that it would have taken a simple Google search to find out he was still married, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you meet a girl anywhere, she is checking your social media standing and Facebook and all that junk. Before you even get finished talking to her, she's doing it at the table, right?
Right.
So you're not going to carry on no multi-month or year affair and not know he was married. Nope, I call BS on that statement. You can keep going now.
Okay. I tried.
I'm not, no shade here. No shade. It's all in the sun.
I tried, ladies. I mean, I tried. But for real, but honestly, let's talk about it. And I hope we have some ladies who's actually listening who can tune in and leave some chats, or if you do want to call in, I will provide a Zoom link for you to jump in here. But I definitely want to hear the thoughts from the ladies, because I think every woman out there had, most, not all, but most women had their say so in the matter, and talking about what he should have done, and he been doing this, and he been influenced people all these 9 years on relationship. How could he do this? Blah 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 blah. But as Seth the Dark Child has said, I have not heard anyone keeping accountable the ladies that he laid down with or had this conversation with. So, as I always say, keep that same energy. And where is the energy? Help me understand this, ladies.
Well, how about this? You know what? I'm gonna take a tear gas grenade and throw it right in the middle of the room right now.
Oh shoot.
R. Kelly's in jail, and yet not one person said he isn't in jail for RAPE, right? Nobody said he held him against their will. Somebody he was in a cult. But everybody was over 18. But hey, it's fine. He's the one paying the price for that. I'm not relitigating that. I'm saying there was no smoke for the people who did it with him, right? And he made these choices. They made those choices too, but he's in trouble. Okay, cool. The lady who got Emmett Till killed. I'm going all the way around because we can just keep pulling these out of our hats. That lady who accused Emmett Till and got him murdered, she never did a day in jail. She no smoke there, right?
No smoke.
No smoke. Bill, I mean, I ain't gonna say Bill Cosby because he was in for graping. But the point being is, they all chose to be in that room. Nobody calls them say make adult decisions. Deshaun Watson, where we at right now with Deshaun Watson? You know about that, right?
Yeah. Go ahead.
No, keep going. I mean, it's up to 15 people accusing him of doing something. T.I. And yet, nobody's telling these women to make better decisions. We keep treating them like they're children that can't make adult decisions.
Oh, say that again. We're what? We're doing what to them?
Well, it sounds like we're treating them like children that can't make adult decisions.
Ooh.
That's what, honestly, think about everything that, even with this accountability with Derrick Jackson, everybody going in on Derrick, and he is a lying, cheating, narcissist, SOB. I don't like the dude personally, and I don't know him personally. I'm saying not personally, but I've seen him on YouTube and dealt with the fallout of his BS. Yeah, I don't like it. We couldn't be friends, even if he could clear the air. But the point being is, y'all dragging him, y'all quick to jump on his burn down Derrick Jackson career in life bandwagon, and yet it sounds like 3 women chose to be in those situations with him, and I don't see nothing. I don't see anything. What am I missing?
Well, you're not missing anything at all, because I believe, most men are seeing this like, okay, all right, he messed up, but I mean, once again, it goes back to now, jump on the bandwagon of destroying or AKA canceling the black man anytime something happens, right? As if we're the only ones who's doing things out there, as if we're the ones who creating these things that are happening. But once a black man does it, it's like everyone come out the woodwork, people calling from under rocks, talking about, oh, yeah, he's this, he's that. He is. But what about the women? So it's like, okay, he did what he did and he messed up, whatever case may be. But the women who did it, they getting passes right now. I'm sure people that actually know these ladies are looking at them side eyes like, girl, what's wrong with you? I don't blame you though, girl. I did the same thing. You know those conversations happen. I'm being honest. This was conversations going on. They were high fiving. I'm like, girl, you see him? Yeah. So, but no one is even talking about the ladies and holding them accountable for being a home. You know what? I have not heard or seen anyone call the girls a home wrecker. Now, there is a lot of posts out there. There's a lot of videos out there. I see most of the videos that he put out, the one him by himself, then him with his wife, and then him in the car critiquing himself, right, in third person. I seen those videos, right?
How crazy was that, right?
Yeah, that's crazy. So I seen all those videos right now. I looked at the videos, but as I went through the comments, which I didn't go through over thousands and thousands of comments, though, but I haven't, like, if you skim through it, I don't see home wrecker pop up right away, right? I don't see those things pop up right away, right? I don't see it. So, fellas, if you listen out there, fellas, and, at the end of the day, you have more to lose than the woman. Because the woman get a pass. Hell, people will forget about this woman in 2-3 years, but guess what? People will always remember that the boy there, Jack, cheated on his wife. But the girl who did it, who broke up the family, whatever, she won't get a pass. She'll be living somewhere else, getting her back blown out by someone else, and keeping it moving. But no accountability.
I mean, think about this. And, once again, God bless Kobe. Kobe did something wrong years ago, right?
Facts.
He paid her off. He did settle out of court. He paid her off. No child is filed. But nobody in their right mind thinks that happened, right?
Right.
where's she at now? But the moment he died, that hit the front page of the newspaper.
Facts. And right, once
You know?
you know what? That's that's a great example, sir. Perfect example,
I'm just,
right?
Right. Well, and even better because you know what, you want to assume he did. Look at the girl who accused the entire hockey team or whatever team that was of rape, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was a false accusation. She accused the entire team. I don't see. I mean, lady, not only do y'all need to start doing right, y'all owe society an apology for what you haven't done. You can't. Okay, I'm gonna move off of that because we could keep pulling examples out where y'all give each other passes for BS, but you want all men to be held accountable all the time for everything, even if it ain't our fault. You ever had a woman blame you for making her cheat? You know.
And guess what? Hold on. Yes, I have. And they're supposed to get a pass for that. Well, it's your fault because you weren't here. It's your fault because you didn't do this, right? And that's supposed to be okay to get a pass. But if a guy say, I did it because you weren't doing X, Y, Z, oh, well, you need to man up. You need to have that communication.
Mm-hmm.
You need to told me. You should have told me that before you went out in the streets and did X, Y, Z, right? I hear that all the time. All the time. The man should have did X, Y, Z first before doing it, but if a woman does it, it's different. But see, we want to we want to talk about as equal, being equal. It doesn't work for us. It doesn't work like that.
Yeah, and that's all we have at this point. Here. This is just a smaller portion of a larger conversation. This is just something we can focus on specifically, but. I mean, let's be honest. Right now, I saw a video earlier. Huh?
Go ahead. No, finish it. Go ahead. Finish what you was gonna say. I got something.
Oh.
I got something. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Because I was about to segue to try to broaden the topic. I think. Go ahead. Let me finish. Please.
All right. So don't forget that what you're about to say, right? Because it might be good. But let's take it back a little bit, right? So I had a conversation this week regarding Mr. DJax, and then. We talked about your girl Jada Pinkett Smith, right? And the argument was that it's different because her and Will had an open relationship, so that's different.
What?
So the funny part is that ladies will find a reason to well that's different. Forget of the stipulations of the relationship. Did she cheat? Yes or no? And if it was. And think about this: if it was an open relationship, of her sleeping with XYZ, shouldn't have been a big matter then, right? It shouldn't have been a big deal. If it's something that they normally talked about, or something they approve in a marriage of being an open relationship, talking to other people, that shouldn't have been a problem once it came out. It should have been, Jada's Pinkett was doing XYZ, and we'll be like, yeah, that's fine, that's normal. I don't care. That's something we already talked about. Keep it moving. But for some reason, they had to have a sit down publicly at the red table talk to talk about the relationship, because apparently if this so-called open relationship they had, it wasn't really open because Will wasn't expecting it. This was a side hook or uppercut. He didn't see it coming because. Well, go ahead.
I disagree with you a little bit there. It ain't that he didn't see it coming. It's you and your girl and you and your wife can have an understanding in a conversation in the privacy of your own bedroom that you do not want to play out at a red table talk in front of 1 million people on YouTube. Cause you. Okay. Let's be 1,000 with this. What they call shit tests, right?
Okay.
These are what these men and women shit test each other in private and in public all the time. But what happened with Will at that table, that was the most. You know what I'm saying? It was a disrespect on a level that man was never expecting to have and put in front of him. You know what I'm saying? It's like if I caught my girl cheating and me and her had an argument, that's one thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if the dude videotaped them having sex and then posted it to YouTube or to Facebook, you know what I'm saying? that's a whole different kind of problem. You feel me?
No. I'm with you on that, and that makes sense, right? Right. No, I get that. And like I said, even if, like, once again, even if it was an approved open relationship, the fact is that
Mm-hmm.
regardless. So if let's play the game here. So it was open, right? They both agreed to X, Y, Z. But if Will was doing his thing, it never hit
Mm-hmm.
the fan. But Jada,
Haven't heard about it.
you haven't heard about it. So therefore, Miss Jada Pinkett Smith, she didn't do her part because she couldn't keep her booze in check, right? But it hit the fan and embarrassed the whole family. The whole family, not just Will, but the whole family, right?
Mm-hmm.
So once again, regardless of it being open or not, no one, and I mean no one, held Jada Pinkett Smith accountable for her actions. Like, listen, I understand y'all might have an agreement, but the way you handled it was piss poor. No way in the world that you should embarrass your husband and your family because you couldn't keep your side dude in check. That is fully your responsibility. You know what I'm saying? Because we're gonna play this game that they both knew that it was open, right? Okay, that was the game, but she didn't do her part. And where's the accountability for that? Because at one point, like before the conversation, they were the ideal relationship. People used to say, "Oh man, I want that Will and Smith Jada relationship. I want that type of relationship, right?"
Mm-hmm.
But now everybody quiet now. Nobody got nothing to say now. But once again, she embarrassed her husband on her own TV show. And you can tell when he said, "Yeah, we had an entanglement," and Will like, wait, like I wish they showed the unedited version. You know what I'm saying? When she said we had an entanglement, he said, "Wait." He circled back. If you really pay attention, he circled back. He said, "An entanglement, Jada? An entanglement, really?" And she said, "Yeah, entanglement." Okay, yeah, that's fair. Like he made her say what she did. You know what I'm saying? No, heifer, you going to own this. What is it again? With entanglement. Okay. You're right. Yeah, I had it fair. Yes, exactly. Let's not play games here. It's already worse enough you got me on this red table talk on your TV show, embarrass me about you consulting somebody. But once again, not to go deep dive in this whole relationship about Will Smith or Jada Pinkett Smith, it's the point that no one, Oprah, no other big TV show, nobody was keeping them accountable. No one was talking about cancel the red tape or none of that. But what I did hear was, yeah, girl, that's right. You wasn't happy, so you didn't find your own happiness. Will,
exactly.
And Jada even said it. Well, at that time, Will, we were going through certain times, and I just wanted to feel good again. So once again, I mean, it's the same thing y'all say against us men. So Jada, how come you didn't tell Will you wanted to feel good again? How come you didn't tell him? Right? Ain't that what they say to us? If we step out of line and get caught, whatever, how come you didn't tell me?
I know. Communication is important. If without communication, we don't have anything.
And
that's what I heard.
Right. And the worst part about it is that listen, and the worst part about it is that her business that she currently running right now is a communication show. How does that work, Sway? You have a whole platform right now talking to people about all subjects across the table, but you can't sit down and have a conversation behind doors with your husband about X, Y, Z. Ladies, once again, where's the accountability? Where are you keeping her accountable for her actions? Because very much at this point now, if you're somebody young, not understand what's going on, you're looking at that situation like, well, shit, if Jada can get away with it and still be married, shit, I can do it too. And all I gotta say was, I wanted to feel good. Go ahead, Seth.
Yeah. Well, I just want to throw about 3 situations out there. These are old ones, but all of these were passes given for what whether or not it's legal or not, you knew it was wrong.
Right.
But y'all asses were given. You want to say, oh, that's their private life, that's their personal life. Okay. You remember when Janet Jackson was had the baby, and her prenup said she had to stay married for 5 years, and she stayed married for exactly 5 years and 2 months. You know what I'm saying? That's fine. But that's a decision she made. But that was kind of foul. I don't remember seeing any articles about how foul that was. Right? Even Gayle King, when she went off on Kobe immediately, there was no follow up to that. You know what I'm saying? There was no. Gayle King is back doing interviews right now, like nothing happened. Right?
Right.
But at the same time, But you in somebody else's career. T.I. might not even have a career anymore because he had consensual stuff going on in his bedroom.
Yeah.
T.I. might not ever put out another album.
Or acting. He was supposed to be in Ant-Man 3, so he lost that Marvel money. Gone. You know what I'm saying? Amber Heard. I'm gonna use her. Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. She basically just straight up lied about every aspect of their relationship. I don't see y'all protesting in the street, ripping her apart. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I can still only imagine, because this is my horror story for men and like Ray Rice when he hit that woman in the elevator. Just imagine if Jay-Z had hit Solange's back. Just imagine for one moment what would have happened had he hit her back. He would have been canceled.
But did they cancel Solange after that?
Oh, no. I think she dropped the album. It was a really good one, too.
Really? Man.
Not right afterwards, but a couple, even in that time frame. Yeah.
Oh, well, wait. You said she dropped the album and she came up a little bit. Didn't you tell me something about Derek Jackson book sales?
Oh, yeah.
And I did. And I segued to that for a reason. Did you say his book sales went up recently?
Yeah. He's selling out.
Yeah. It seems like because if you ladies like people, they ain't even got to be other women. See, because y'all have decided that Derek Jackson is an honorary woman in some aspect. This dude getting the pass from the female side of the aisle too, because he apologized and he sounded sincere. He holding his wife's hand so hard you could see the whites of her knuckles.
Oh Lord!
It looked like I almost imagine hearing her knuckles pop as he was squeezing. But hey, it ain't just accountable. It's like women. Where are y'all priorities at?
Hey,
that's the question. Where are they at?
Hey, look, set the dart chart real quick. So when I had this conversation earlier this week on Stereo app on the show, The Real Deal versus How You Feel with Miss I Speak Life, we put up, I put up his website, right? And at that time, he had 3 books sold out, right? And that was earlier this week. I want to say it was Wednesday of last week, right? Now it's now Sunday, and I'm on his website right now, and he has a total of 6 books altogether now sold out. Oh, I'm sorry, 7. Well, 6 books in one package. So from Wednesday until today, he had 3 more books sold out and a package sold out. He winning right now. I ain't mad at him. And
he's winning.
He's winning.
Not one dude bought none of that. Keep going.
Hold on. Right there. You said something right there. Not one dude. Now, listen, I'm going to say out of all his book sales, right, I would say 90% is all women. And maybe 10% there's some men in there, right, who's going to buy his book. Maybe. I'm not saying, I want to say absolute. Okay, maybe 95, and then the 5% is going to be some men buying the books, right? But still, at the end of the day, it's still the black woman that's going to be the supportive of what he does, even after this situation is going through. And we understand people go through these relationship problems being married. So there's no problem. Like, honestly, as I had this conversation earlier this week, he should not be canceled. He may be on the list, but he's not on top of the list. But he should be on there, but he shouldn't be canceled. Let him get his money, because he may have some things he's saying there that may have a little substance to it. Not everything, I don't know. But he shouldn't be canceled because people go through these things all the time. Y'all just mad because this was your relationship, God. And then, you know what I'm saying?
This was your way out. You're lying snuggle bunny.
Right. This was the guy that you based your relationship on. This is the guy that you broke up relationship with because he said this dude is an F-boy. So this is the guy who probably made you lose your possible good husband, because maybe at the time he was going through something. He was maybe going through something. We all go through something. But this was the guy you said, yeah, he ain't this. But now you saying either by yourself or like, oh, damn, I let go of good man. I'm just saying.
You know what I want to say about DJax, just so we on the same sheet of paper? I got this from Vision Poet, so I ain't gonna just take it like it's my idea. But Yo, Derrick Jackson just as big of a F boy as Future or Drake. This dude is bad as Future ever was. At least Future was honest. He was out for the snaps. Which one would you rather? I'd rather leave my girl around Future than Derrick Jackson, because at least Derrick Jackson gonna cheat with my girl, but he ain't gonna make it so that I can't get back with
her. Well, I would have neither around any of my ladies that I talk to.
Exactly, but if a gun had to be put to your head, which F boy would you want around your girl? You'd be like, well, you got to choose one.
Oh,
who would you choose? F boy Future or Derrick Jackson?
That's a hard one there, because I don't want my wife to get pregnant by Future, because then it should be part of the list. I don't know. That's a hard one. You know what? Just shoot me. Just shoot me. I don't want to know. Just take me out.
And for the ladies that's listening who actually supported DJax over the years, look at the choice in front of you. Ask any man that question. If an F-boy had to be in the room with your girl, would you rather be Derrick Jackson or Future? Both of them bad choices. But if people choosing Future over Derrick Jackson, think about that. And 2 weeks ago, you might have said something different, but nah.
Oh, yeah.
Nah.
Right. Now I was like, oh, damn, this is a tough one here. Like, okay. I'll no way at all. I'm confident with this response here. So I'll be the person to get shot. Just shoot me and keep it moving. It's okay. Just shoot me.
I gotta have one of them. Can I make a phone call? Can I hit a buzzer beater? Anyway, I'm sorry. I'm gonna throw that on the table.
That's okay. It's all right. But listen, ladies, listen. For real out there, ladies, which one of you ladies out there gonna step up to the table and start holding our ladies accountable? See how quiet I got? Because that's how quiet I be in real life, though, too. No one got that to say. All right, Kirsten. She said Future all day. Oh, Lord. I'm dead. Shout out to Kirsten on YouTube tuning in. Appreciate y'all who tuning in. But yeah. No Future. No Derrick. Just shoot me. There's no right answer there. All right, listen. Let's get back to it. But for real, ladies, which one of y'all gonna really keep? Which one of y'all really gonna keep yourselves accountable? Like, honestly, listen. If you're listening to the show right now, and it is 2021, and 2020 was very rough come to jobs and opportunities. But if you're a woman right now, and you want to make some money, if you create your own either YouTube, podcast show, whatever, but you dedicate your content into keeping women accountable, because women don't like listening to men. It's a proven fact. I can say the same thing 100 times. I can say hi. I can say low. I can whisper it. They don't receive it. But if you say it as another woman, they can relate and understand. So when I'm saying this, if anyone's listening out there, you want to make some money and take over the internet game, hold your counterpart, or not counterpart, but help your sister to be accountable, because that's a great opportunity. You can make so much money. Just saying. Just throw it out there. So once you do it, let me get 10%. You can have the rest of the 90s. Give me 10% of the business idea. That's all I want.
Yeah.
That's all.
I promise you I'm your first subscriber. Tell me you're doing it, I'll subscribe.
I'm your first subscriber. I'm going to be sharing your stuff, liking it and everything. I'm going to try to be on your show. Because honestly, they don't want to hear from us men, Seth. They don't want to hear from no men out there unless you're Derrick Jack.
I'm gonna throw a lot of stuff out right now. It's just monkey throwing poop at the glass at the zoo. But listen, ladies, I know I'm abrasive. No apologies, and I'm not gonna change. But it's a lot of stuff that I see going on. I had a conversation last week with a coworker, and I don't know if we're still friends or not, because I went ahead and took the coworker gloves off and let her have it raw. What happens is that a lot of the problems in our relationship and in our community, it is something that women have to fix for themselves. we as men, it's a waste of time for us to have this conversation because honestly, twins and I are having this conversation. I see you, Daryl. Okay, we agree. We know what we think the problem is. If you think that we are wrong, feel free to jump on and talk us out of it. Change our perspective. But my perspective isn't coming because I sit here and think about this myself. I talk to people. I've experienced it. I've lived my life. And I've been when time and circumstances allowed, I was an F-boy too. I mean, come on, man. That's what in between 18 and 25 are for, I thought, right?
Right.
So, I've been an F-boy too. God, y'all might not see it now because I'm like Moto. I'm a little chunky around the waist there. I don't play. But in the old days, before I got married with 2 kids, I slept on the beds. I've hid in closets. I had a couple of rules about it that I wouldn't break. I wouldn't sleep with if my boys had hollered at any woman, she was off limits. That was my rule. If my boy hollered at her in any form or fashion, off limits. If I knew she was married, I never mess with a married woman. That's my rule. You got to have standards. Some of y'all letting y'all female other people of your gender, y'all not calling them on the BS they doing. And this is getting out of hand because you cannot come after us and let your sister slide with that same thing. That needs to stop or it's just going to get worse.
I mean, it's already getting worse. It really is. It really is. But yes, we see the comments in here: systematic, impossible, experience is everything. Facts. No disagreement there. Kristen, she said, I agree. Women should know better. I agree. They should better. And someone needs to keep them accountable. That's it. Listen, people will fail. We all, you know what I'm saying? No one's perfect, right? So people going to have slip-ups. They're going to fail, whatever. But the thing is, we need the same energy across the board, and we need the accountability. Yes, DJax messed up. Yes, he did. Yes. We're never saying what he did was right. So first off, that's number one. No one said here on the Chop team that we agree what he did. No, he messed up. And he's the number one F-boy now, right? Cool, whatever. But the 3 women out there,
no, it's more. There's more.
I mean, of course, right. But the 3 women out there who trying to expose them now at this point, it is what it is, right? Like, yes, I need y'all to be put on the cross and not burnt, but get flamed on. I need y'all to get this work too. Y'all just as guilty as him as well, regardless.
Yep. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me put out some current stats. I think as of 2019, just so everybody think that men and women are cheating cheating differently.
Okay.
I mean, they're not. 24% of men actively admit to cheating in relationships. 24%.
Okay.
I got this from Kevin Samuel's video, so I'm not quoting it from somewhere I did. But 23% of women are admitting to it. And there are more women than men. So sorry.
Wait. You said
20. Nobody's angel here.
Hold on. You said.
Yeah, I think 24 and 23.
24, 23. Okay. Even if the number is a little off, whatever, right? The fact that it's so close, like me, I would assume it's like men 20. I assume men like 24, and then the ladies 5, right? That's what I expect to see, right? I don't expect it to be 10 points from each other or whatever. I don't expect to see that. I'm like, what? So when people say, go ahead.
Keep going. I'm sorry, I was just excited. I'm like, exactly. Keep going.
Right. So when I be having this conversation on all these platforms, Clubhouse, Station Head, Stereo Head, whatever, and they always want to talk about, well, if men do this and men stop cheating and men this and men that, I said, okay, I get that, but you're making it seem as if women are so far away from cheating as well, when the numbers is within 10%. If y'all doing the same thing, and then on top of that, you're the ones onto my marriage now, and they're the ones who's filed for divorce all the time. So, so what are we saying? And people would say, well, you can't. They don't got all the numbers, right? They do not have all the numbers, right? But to have an argument or a debate or conversation, you need to bring some facts to the table, and based on the facts that they do have, these are the numbers, right? These are the numbers. I don't care what it may be when they go to the courthouse and they say, well, we'll put it down as XYZ. These are the facts. Women is just as guilty as men. If not, and I watched the video, saw something, and the lady was talking. She said, I'm going to be honest with you. And she was talking to the whole room. She said, women cheat way better than men. Men just stupid. And that's a fact. I'm like, I said, we know this. And most men know this. You want to know why most men do this? Because prior to us being married and being in a relationship, we were the guys they were messing with when they were married or in a relationship. So we know how it works. We know this relationship game is not for the weak. Sorry, so if you didn't know that, I'm sorry. My bad.
No,
Did
no.
I just drop the hammer there? I'm just saying.
There was a mic drop. Boom. I was sitting here thinking about some of the stuff. See, that's okay. One of these days we're gonna have to sit back and like straight up level set, because age and game and all that time frame play a role in some of this stuff. But all right, yeah, some of the stuff I did between 18 and 25, while for locker room talk, quality of service right there, I did a lot of stuff that makes you smile sometimes randomly,
Mm-hmm.
But even once I got married, once again, I had a situationship that was very extended. That was 100% on me. Ain't no shade in that, right? So I had a Jada Pinkett level situationship. But now here's the point. I was married for 14 years before me and my ex wife had that problem pop up. I put in work. Now she might have known that something was off. I'm not gonna say she didn't. But the point being is, I put in work, because if you're gonna do something, if when I got caught, I'm blaming on my cell phone. Let me tell you how stupid I was to get caught.
What you do?
I want everybody to hear how stupid I was to get caught, just so y'all know.
I'll tell you my story afterwards.
You know how your cell phone, if it's landscape mode or portrait mode, when you rotate it in your hand, right?
Right.
So I picked up the phone. It was sideways and I pushed the button, and it flipped landscape mode. It was landscape mode, flipped portrait mode, and my finger hit the wrong call number. So I dialed the number without looking at it. Now I'm divorced. I swear, 14 years of effort and work of the damn portrait landscape flip on my cell phone. I got divorced, right? I'm not saying I'm right. I'm saying people cheat. Hold on. You know what? Let me box this. Recently, I've been looking online. I've been watching videos. Even Kevin Samuels did a 10 men cheat show a few days ago, right?
Right.
I saw some stuff by Minister Jack. I can't recommend nobody watch his channel from our channel. It's good, but I'm much milder than him.
Okay.
All right. So cheating is now being discussed, and I already wrote the rules of cheating years ago, which I should detail them before anybody else does. But there are rules to the game. If you're gonna cheat, show some respect, show some consideration, because you're not gonna do it right. Eric Jackson, he broke rules to cheating. He just broke them. I ain't saying that's right. I'm saying if it happens, there is a victim, and it ain't none of the people. It ain't the person who cheated or the person they cheated with. They're not victims. And y'all quit giving them shade. Quit giving them comfort. The victim is the one who didn't know, a.k.a. the unsuspecting wife or husband.
Right.
That person is the victim in this. And quit acting like just because, and I'm going to say this, just because she got a vagina, that they got vagina, that they automatically deserve some kind of care and comfort. Because that's just not true. Stop it. And I'm sorry, I hate to get on that mode, but with that accountability, we really need you guys. If somebody's wrong, call out all the wrong parties. Shame used to be a part of our community. If you did wrong, the community shamed you for what you did wrong. we've gotten away from calling people out on their BS, and that needs to come back.
Well, that's true though, and I mean, yeah, it was shame, right? Meaning, like back in the day, growing up, if you got pregnant right before marriage, you know what I'm saying, it was definitely looked down upon. On top of that, most times, if you did get pregnant, you would get married, even though you may not be in love with that person, but the families had standards back in the day. No kids out of wedlock, right? I understand it still happened, but in most cases, that was like, listen, we're not going to have this. I mean, y'all going to make it work. Y'all was growing up to do X, Y, Z, make a baby. Guess what? Y'all going to work it out and do its marriage thing, regardless how it goes, because we're not having kids out of wedlock. And that's really holding people accountable. And even like with churches, right? When we used to go to church, you couldn't be a woman, get pregnant, and be like in the front row of the church. No, you guys had to sit in the back or whatever. You couldn't be in the front row, and you out here got 3 different daddies and all that stuff like that. No, that was looked upon as shame, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not saying that it was right, but it was a type of accountability that we held each other, right? So I think, like you said, we got away, shotgun marriage, right? We got away from those things, right? And the thing is this, most people back then, when they did get pregnant, whatever, they were embarrassed because they knew they messed up, right? So they knew what they did was wrong. Now, we just don't care. I don't care. My kid, my body. I do X what I want to do. All this stuff now, because now we feel entitled. You know what I'm saying? And that's the problem that we at. And once again, there's no ladies holding ladies accountable. And, you know, not to get too far off the topic, but in this day and age, yes, men are no longer going to church. Men are not in the church. Not saying men don't believe in God, stuff like that, but when I'm saying that, they're no longer doing the traditional going, getting dressed early in the morning, getting the kids ready, and going to a church building. Even with the whole pandemic, right? Before the pandemic happened, the male count in the churches has now decreased, right? But what has gone up or still been in there has been ladies, right? Ladies are still in the church, running the church, supporting the church. Nothing wrong with that. No shot at anybody for going to the church. The problem is this. If all y'all are going to the church, mainly women, right, and y'all listen to the word every Sunday, XYZ, whatever, how come you don't have a sisterhood going on where y'all keeping each other accountable? Help me understand that. I'm just saying, you know, because somebody I had a conversation with Miss I Speak Life. She said, well, the men ain't in church somewhere. It's all women there. Cool. So why are y'all still going out here, getting pregnant, not getting married, and then crying to the system that the men ain't this? But help me understand this, right? Like, help me understand. If you know the word, listen to the word. How come you're not keeping your sisters accountable for the action? Where are the big mamas at? There's no more big mamas because big mamas are now reduced to grandmas at the age of 30. You can't be big mama if you're in your 30s. Like, how does that work? You 30-something, but your kid just turned 18. How does that work? You understand what I'm saying? You're still trying to learn as a woman, but you have kids that you can then go to the club with at the same time, and you think that's cute. That's a problem. Where's the accountability? Where? I'm waiting, Sway. Now, I think Kanye got the answer now, though. He do got the answer now, so shout out to Kanye. Even though I don't like him like that, but I'll give credit where credit's due. He's top earner, billionaire. Big shout out to Kanye. But anyway, woman accountability. I'm just saying what it is. We got all these big public, powerful women out there, but who's keeping women accountable? Where are the women's seminars? And I don't mean like women empower, like they do like these events for, you know, doing hair, nails, companies, multi-level marketing companies, selling stuff. No, where are these women events coming together, teaching the women how to, hey, ladies, here's what you need to do when you get married. You need to, make sure you keep the same energy you had before you got married. So all the things you did prior to marriage, you need to keep doing that. Just because you got a ring on the finger, you don't stop being you. Stop being a woman. Stop being feminine. Stop being healthy. Stop being fit. Stop being sexy. Yeah, I'm keeping all y'all. Yes, I'm going there today on this topic. Ladies, who is keeping y'all accountable? Who is raising y'all to be women? Or AKA, who's raising y'all to be wives?
Ooh, you had to go there.
I'm sorry. Hey, listen, I'm gonna say, but I'm hopefully so one lady who's listening, any ladies that are listening, will take this content that I'm saying, right? Create your own show and say the same thing, because guess what? They're going to listen. I promise you, they're going to listen. Let's see. Kirsten has said, you can't hold anyone accountable if they haven't resolved the issues that they have. They have women need to go to counseling, deal with issues first before anybody can held accountable. Facts. I mean, listen, the Godfather says every time on every episode he has, ladies and gentlemen, you need to see counseling. You need to go through counseling. It's just that simple.
Wait, no. You know what? Let me add a little color to what you just said.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, theoretically, it's unreasonable for 42 million potential Black people in America to need counseling. But we are a traumatized race. We do need some kind of assistance. But somebody has to pick up the slack that's not there. Not all of us can go to see a therapist. 42 million people can't go see a therapist. That's where we're back to where we used to be. Somebody has to start the process. A lot of people don't like what KS says. I'll give it that. You know, you might not like how he's delivering it, but it's obvious it needs to be heard. Otherwise, he wouldn't have 600,000 subscribers, haven't added over 500,000 in pretty much a year. We do need help. But at one point or another, for our community, and I'm going to say this about accountability, and specifically, and this is for Kirsten just directly, in our community, in the Black community is led by the Black woman. The Black women lead our community. This is the accountability. Accountability is just another word for responsibility. We do need, if the Black community is going to fix itself, either the Black women who actually run the Black community need to step up and take responsibility for fixing a problem, or they need to let the Black men, I'm going to say this because we can't physically take the power back from Black women in this community. You need to power share and let somebody who is willing to fix it handle it. Not saying KS is the leader we need. He's the Pied Piper we have right now. So accountability and responsibility is the same word. Just saying it out loud, putting it off on therapists, no. Black women, Black men, one of us or some combination of us has to take the responsibility for fixing the problems that we have. Right now, Black men are thinking it's Kevin Samuels. If Black women want to provide somebody to be that person, say it. You know, once again, accept accountability, accept responsibility for fixing the problem.
And also, to add to that as well, you know, even though, you know, we say Kevin Samuel, he's the person that's lighting the match right now to get things going, exactly. Right? But also to add to that,
he's who we got, not who we want.
Exactly. So, but the thing is this, you know, I have a show that I'm talking about this. If it doesn't apply, let it fly. I'm going to say it again. If it doesn't apply, let it fly. Meaning, when we speak about, like I said, Kevin Samuel, you know what I'm saying? People don't say, I don't like him. I don't like how you talk. I don't do this. I don't understand the holiday thing. Fair enough. Cool. If you don't like something, cool. You don't have to be there. You don't have to agree about it. You just keep it moving just like you do everything else, especially when Black men get killed. But anyway, I'm sorry. Sorry, my bad. I'm sorry. Did I say that? I did. But yes, let's keep that same energy that y'all do when somebody does something and y'all don't say nothing about it. His audience is not for everybody. It's for a certain type of people. So if it doesn't apply, let it fly. It's like even with DJax. If, like I said, I don't know the dude personally. I have not seen any of his content. I know he been in the video on his cards. I know he talk about men being F-boys and all that stuff right there. But because it doesn't apply to me, I let it fly. But he did get the smoke on his channel because, yeah, that's what we do here. This is the Barbershop style podcast. So these are topics we're going to have in the barbershop, so we're going in. Simple. But once again, listen, go and get your money, DJax. Go ahead, continue getting your money. Keep going out there. Keep going out there and taking these women money. I'm not even mad at that. You know why? I'm not. Because if you're that naive to believe everything is saying, then you deserve to lose your money. You deserve it. I don't care. I don't care. Now, if you want to throw some $1 million at us at the Chop team, we'll take that money, okay? So, hey, we'll take some of that too. But we're going to tell you the real deal, though. We're going to tell you some real stuff here. You may not like it, but it's going to be the fact. But once again, where's the accountability?
Yeah, because America has a diabetes problem, and we don't want to sugarcoat stuff over here. It's already a problem with diabetes in America and the black community. So if you want sugar, there's always, if Derrick Jackson ain't available, there's always like Michaela Pink. She's good, right? She's out there for you. Oh wait, she a thief too. Oh my bad.
He said she a thief too.
My bad. I ain't even go there.
Keep up alive.
So.
I don't. My brother's killing me in these comments, people. Listen, if you want to see his comments, please tune in on YouTube and go to twinsinc because these comments are on fire today. It just is. But Seth the Dark Child, do you think there's even a how would this look like anyway? Let's talk about it for a second. What would this look like as far as a woman keeping other women accountable? What would that look like?
I think you know what. I'm gonna sound like I've taken a time machine back into the 70s and 60s.
Okay.
You know when you wore some pants and your I can say camel toe on YouTube, right?
Yeah, you good.
Okay. You know when you put on some pants and your camel toe was showing, I as a man was gonna look. My uncles would have looked. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But somebody before she walked out that house, somebody would have caught her before she walked out that house with that on. Well, you know them little halter top shirts where your midriff was showing and everything?
Yeah.
My granddaddy would have looked. My uncles would have looked. My brothers would have looked. But some female would have caught her before she walked out the door with that. Okay? This accountability, it ain't no global magical thing that I think should happen. We used to keep it in the house. When I walked out the house looking like a scruff bomb, guess what? My mom stopped me. You know what I'm saying? Where are you going? Go in there and iron the pants. That shirt is all wrinkled. That kind of small stuff like that, you stop it before it leave the house. So whose job is it to keep it from going outside the house? If you stopped it before it went outside the house, it probably wouldn't have blown up. Our generation ain't doing this. Our generation did Bill Cosby. That's my mama's generation. But, accountability looks like basically common sense and decency. That's it. Okay? And for anybody who's asking, once again, common sense and decency. That's enough. Let's start there.
Uh-huh.
Let's start right there.
Well, no, I'm with you, but I'll say this, right? Growing up, back in the day, if you wore an inappropriate outfit, right? Like, so I had stepsisters, right? And one time we was going out somewhere, and she wore white on white, and
I don't know what that means.
I mean,
you can see through it.
It was biker shorts, right? But she wore white. I think it was white biker shorts. And I think she wore black. It was white on black, meaning that the boxer shorts were white, right? But you can see right through because they're so clear.
Yep. Okay.
And to kind of piggyback what you're saying, that that was a big deal to where she got stopped before. It was a whole big deal. We couldn't leave the house until she changed clothes and put something on more appropriate because you can see right through her. And that was the accountability that we had as growing up, right? And that was from my mom and from the aunties. They was like, oh, no, you're not going to wear that. And it was kind of a big deal, but the person ended up going back in the house, switching outfits, and putting something on more appropriate. And I think what happened is that we're in this Me Too movement now, meaning that, you scared to say something to a woman about XYZ because you may end up in someone's HR or fired because you complimented somebody or said something. It's to the point to where, I work in corporate America. So, there's dress codes, right? But if there's a woman who's wearing something inappropriate, as a man, I have to make sure I get another woman to come with me to talk to this woman, you know, and behind the door, not privately, right, to address her about her outfit. Because if I do it by myself one-on-one, it's going to be something totally different, right? It's going to be taken out of proportion, like, oh, he harassing me, or, oh, he's only mad at me because I won't give him none, right? Like, I had a friend who was in HR because he told a girl about wearing some outfit, whatever. She got mad, and she went back in HR, told him that, oh, he's mad at me. He been flirting on me. He trying to do X, Y, Z. And this man was in HR, had a full investigation because there's no accountability. A woman can say X, Y, Z, and the man get hemmed up in 2 seconds. So I can understand where you was going from when you said the uncles will look, you know, the stepdad will look, but they won't say anything. But be big mama and the girls say something, because we need the ladies to be accountable and say, girl, you cannot wear that. No.
Okay. And that's precise. Okay, you know what? We might have started off on the Derrick Jackson tip when we started the video, but that's precisely why we're having this conversation right there. Who can say something to you? Now, when I said it would get caught at the door, for anybody who thought that I changed my stance or tried to moderate it, no. 80% of the people in this country are raised by single-parent households led by women.
Facts.
So, once again, I was being diplomatic because I didn't want to point the finger, but it's women, ladies. A lot of this is your responsibility. And it ain't because we don't want the job. We aren't there. And it's a reason, and I'm not going into it on this video. 81% of people, black people, are raised in single-parent households, primarily led by black women. If you want to fix this community, it's going to start at home. And unfortunately, you control that home. You know, that's diplomatic, right? I can say it like that.
No, you can. And I'm glad you said that, because I hear conversations saying that, well, if the man was there, it doesn't matter.
If he was there, yeah.
Right.
No, if he was there, that would be awesome, but he's not.
Right, he's not there. But because he's there and he's not there, it doesn't mean you still let your kids do whatever they want because you don't want to be the disciplinary person, right? If somebody's wearing something or doing something, you need to tell them no. You need to educate them, because then you can't turn around and say why this and how come this and who did that. Well, it's his fault. He shouldn't did it. But you walking outside like a plate of, you know, appetizer every day. Of course we're going to say something. We're going to shoot our shot.
I mean, see, I don't want to get into all that, but it's like you shouldn't.
Listen, Seth, it falls on the same category as accountability. Who's keeping these women accountable, right?
Exactly. Because I love accountability, but
right. Because listen, if the man's not in the house, right? So if the man's not in the house, right? He ain't providing no financial aid, right? Right? Because men are deadbeat men, right? Okay. So who's the person buying the girl these mini skirts and dress and these tights to wear all the time? Who's buying this stuff?
Even if we is paying child support, who's taking them shopping?
Help me understand this, right? Like who's buying his clothes? Okay, the guy ain't there. Cool. It's clear as day. He is not in the picture. Who's buying?
And even if you bought it, you know what? Even if you bought the clothes, because I've seen lingerie. I don't see lingerie being walked around in Walmart. Who's co-signing anyone under 18 walking out that front door and what they have on? Once again, if I had my kids on the foot, my kids today have never slouched their pants, because belts are required for the men in my family. We don't slouch our damn jeans.
Right.
Right? So my kids don't even know how to slouch no pants. You can be baggy, but it's still going to be tied up around your waist like some old cross colors from back in the day.
That part.
You know. So once again, when I said it starts at home, that was me pointing the finger. And it was pointing the finger, even if you don't like what I'm saying. Who's at home co-signing what goes out your front door? Because what goes out your front door is what we see in the streets. And mic drop.
Definitely a mic drop there.
Pervert man.
I mean, listen, but we have to start somewhere when it comes to this conversation and dialogue as far as accountability, right? You know what I'm saying? We may not be the people, to get it rolling, but someone needs to say these things. And doesn't matter if somebody hears this today, tomorrow, or a year later. Someone needs to hear it, and someone needs to be that leader to, you know what I'm saying, get the ball rolling. And like, listen, we need to change the narrative because, I mean, listen, we're not getting into this conversation, but I want to throw it out there. If y'all haven't seen the Lil Nas video out there, straight dynamic, straight perversion, straight just going against the world values and everything, and it's only getting worse. But no one is saying no. Where's the outrage? Where's the ladies? Like, it blows my mind to hear people say, "Oh, he's free to express himself." Okay, he can express himself, but he don't gotta express himself that way, and then we don't have to be forced to see it. Meaning that the reason I installed a video because I was on YouTube watching Smack DVD battles. So my people with my Smack battle rappers, listen, we talking about click, clack, pow, pow, bing, bing, all this stuff. But in the commercial break, this little fool pop up. I don't know how he pops up in that mix of things that I'm watching, but his little video popped up, and it is straight inappropriate. Like, I got to make sure my kids don't see this type of foolishness on TV. But who is keeping? Like, because honestly, it's not men. It's not men who's making him famous, whatever. It's the women. Men ain't buying his stuff. It's that simple. We don't even play the Old Town Road My House when it first came out. First it came out was cool, but once I realized what he was, it was like, nah, that's dead over here. But it be the ladies out there who be like, oh, God, it's just a song. No, see, that's the problem right there. Who's keeping the ladies accountable?
Wait. You said Lil Nas X. Wait. This dude got breast implants. Did he get breast implants?
Listen, man. We'll talk about that offline, man. We ain't gonna give him more energy, and I'll tell you more about it offline. But the video he put out is horrible, bro, and it's bad for the young generation. They're forcing the narrative out there. But once again, if we can, you know what I'm saying, like the same energy we have with talking about DJax and canceling him and all that stuff, which is understandable, but people like Lil Nas X and stuff that they put out in the world, those are things that need to be canceled. Those are things that need to be boycotted because it's not just hurting. Go ahead.
No. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for interrupting. I'm thinking we probably need to do another one of those media influencing the black community. We need to do that video again. Lil Nas X with breast implants and stuff. Whether you big or not, but Lizzo, we need to talk about that. Why are they pushing it? Why are they forcing these images down our throats like this? Why are they trying to make these people our heroes? That's a whole nother topic, though. I'm sorry. We should talk about that somewhere else.
No, that's fine. We could do an episode on that, but once again, the accountability.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta stop. We gotta stop saying, listen, we know that men need to be in the picture. Yes, we do.
Mm-hmm.
And I hold every man around me that I know they need to be accountable for their kids. Regardless of the situation between you and the mother, you need to be responsible of your kids. Your kids are not to be here, right? So that's number one. I will give no man no pass for not being able to provide for his kids, regardless if it's taken out from the court or he's paying directly. As long as he's doing his part, it is what it is, right? Forget how you feel. You chose her. That's what she was, right? Whatever. But at the end of the day, ladies, women, you run the world. Like when Beyonce made that song, it's a fact. Y'all run the world. Y'all control the influence out there. When it comes to music, the way people dress, things that happen around the world, you control those things.
Mm-hmm.
If y'all came together and stopped and did something, y'all can make a change. Yeah, I understand you want the men to lead, but we can't lead so much if you don't support us. And over the last couple of years, we see the support for us is not there. So why would we go and bend over backwards and do X, Y, Z where you don't re-support us?
Mm-hmm.
Prime example.
Yeah.
And we can probably wrap it up with this. Prime example. Before the election started, Ice Cube had a contract for America. Right? And in it, he had black people as one, as a whole. So it doesn't matter what group you fell in. If you were black, you was in that group. And he wanted to use that momentum to get something for black people. But the problem was he went on these other shows, and the first thing they want to nitpick on his contract for America is, what are you doing for the women? Hello, women.
Mm-hmm.
You're black people. When you fill the application out, it say black, it say male or female. It don't say people. You understand what I'm saying? And that right there is an example, and that contract went nowhere, and now y'all still waiting for him to talk to us, and he ain't done nothing for the black people since he been in office. It's been now 3 months now.
Nope.
Nothing. And
nope.
I don't hear nothing about stimulus. Nothing. Because if you can give everybody stimulus, you can pay our reparations. Just a point there.
Yep.
And one last thing before I let Seth say whatever. There's a guy out there, Seth, you remember his name, but he's donating, or he's investing $10 billion for the black woman, right?
Oh, that's the company, Goldman Sachs.
Yes. And where is the outrage for what about the men?
Mm-hmm.
I'm waiting.
What about the men?
Where's the outrage? What about the men, right? I'm listening. Ladies, where you at?
Mm-hmm.
I've not heard that one woman say, well, what about our men? You want us to protect you.
Mm-hmm.
You want us to support you. You want to do all these things, but when somebody do something and it's just for a woman, I've not heard that one woman say, well, I need my black kings to get paid too. Nothing.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And that discount, I mean, are you done? I don't want to jump on.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, I mean, I don't want to take up your conclusion. Yeah, I just want to say that this right here, when we say holding other women accountable, see, a lot of these conversations that need to be had are going to need to be had by you sisters. Y'all got to fix this for yourself. Black men, I want to have a different conversation later on, another cat, but black men are struggling to survive. But I want you to understand, this $10 billion that they're giving to you, black women, black men out in the dirt, we're gonna have to survive, and we're struggling to survive. We'll figure it out. But if we figure it out honestly, without you guys, that's a problem long term. And once again, 24% marriage rate in the black community. We are figuring it out without you guys. But it's a lonely, cold place out here without a woman you can trust on your arm, and that seems to be what you guys want. We got to stop that. I wanted to keep my conclusion short and sweet, but I just wanted to point out accountability and responsibility are not separate words. We say accountability, and we want you to take accountability for your actions. But you do also have a responsibility to make certain actions, say certain things, do certain things. And we need to stop having this academic conversation that we're having on YouTube. This is just a discussion. But eventually you have to put some skin in the game if you want some things to change. Because talking is fine. But I don't want to wait 15 years for us to say, oh, yeah, I believe in accountability. I'm going to be more accountable. And then we still hearing that in 10 years, somebody like Amazon, oh, yeah, we decided to give black women another $20 billion because it works so well for us. Think about who wins when they make statements like that. Think about who wins. And if you want to be by yourself, fine. If you don't, you have a responsibility to fix it because the ball is in your hand. Shoot, pass, or be on the team. Choose what position you're going to play. That's all I got to say.
We call that right there, people, the mic drop.
Ta-da.
But, yeah, I think we tackled this conversation. I think we pretty much hit on every point. And want to give a shout out to Daryl, Quenisha, Kirsten, and any of the listeners who chimed in and also who comment in the thread as well. Appreciate you all for the love and support today on the Chop team today. If you have any topics you want us to talk about or chop up, you can send us email at thechopteam@gmail.com. If you do want to be on the show as a guest, let us know. It don't got to be planned. If you listen live, you want to jump in, let me know. I got a Zoom link, put you in, call. Follow us on IG as well and on Twitter, the DaChop team across the board. And I think that's it. Anything else, Seth, you want to close out?
Hey, we're good. Hey, what he said, plus, if you don't like what we say, even better. Otherwise, I'm good, brother. We out.